Who would think it's good to allow countries from all over the world, who would think it's good to allow countries from all over the world to allow people in from prisons and from all of these different places, countries that have serious problems with crime? I really always felt that was bigger than inflation.
That was President-elect Trump committing to his campaign's promise to get tough on the border crisis. He just tapped our next guest to oversee the massive 60,000-person workforce tasked with protecting our borders. Let's bring in Rodney Scott, Trump's nominee for Customs and Border Protection Commissioner and former Border Patrol Chief. Sir, thank you for being here. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me on today. I really appreciate it. I'm very honored to have been nominated for this job by the president.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. We know this was a key issue for so many American voters in the last election. What can you tell them are your plans to follow through on the promises to secure our border?
Yeah, so first and foremost, get through the Senate confirmation hearing process, but I'm very confident based on my experience and the interaction I've had with them that that'll be fine. You know, we have a proven track record that the Trump administration really put on steroids the last term. And that involved deterrence at the border, it involved consequences, and it involved removing people that basically violated our laws. You know, that's what we're going to do again. You know, we've got a lot of that road paved through the plans that we wrote the last time around that we're working, but we're also going to improve on those. And I look forward to working with Governor Noem and Tom Homan, as you just had Tom on there. You know, we just need to go deport these people. Sanctuary cities are going to be a challenge, but there's nowhere that's going to be off limits. And basically, we're going to empower the personnel of DHS, and in my case specifically CBP, to go do the job America hired them to do.
We're talking about a huge, massive deportation process. We already know Mexico and its president have shared concerns about the president-elect's plans to deport those back to Mexico. The president of Mexico's concern is not having non-Mexican migrants sent back to Mexico, that they should go to their home countries. Can you give us any detailed plans on this, how you're going to handle that?
I'm not going to get ahead of the administration on any specific plans, but I would just encourage people to look at history and look at the programs we had in place before. This wouldn't even be an issue for Mexico if they would secure their much shorter, smaller southern border and actually enforce their own immigration laws in their own country and actually go after the cartels in their own country. That's the first big step. On top of that, you know, there'll be a lot of Department of State negotiations and discussions, but we're focused on securing the Western